Welcome to News and Books, where we decode the world of aviation, technology, and the stories behind the headlines. I'm Eric, and today, we're delving into one of the least understood yet most destructive phenomena in rotorcraft aviation, ground resonance. It's a violent mechanical imbalance that can destroy a helicopter in seconds, sometimes right before your eyes. But what causes it? Can it be prevented? And why do even experienced pilots sometimes fail to escape it? To help us understand, I'm joined by Captain Jerry, an aviation safety specialist and former helicopter test pilot with over 2 decades of experience. Captain Jerry, for most people, the term ground resonance sounds like science fiction. What exactly is it?
It's very real and very deadly. Ground resonance occurs in helicopters with articulated rotor systems, typically those with 3 or more blades that can flap and drag independently. When a helicopter touches down, maybe a bit hard or unevenly, one landing gear strut can compress more than the others. This causes the fuselage to oscillate or shake laterally. If this motion aligns with the natural frequency of the rotor blades, the helicopter and its rotor system begin feeding energy into each other, like a vibration feedback loop.
So it's a mechanical chain reaction?
Exactly. Within seconds, those vibrations can become so violent that the aircraft literally tears itself apart on the ground.
There are viral clips showing helicopters on the ground suddenly shaking violently and collapsing. That's ground resonance in action, right?
Yes. It's terrifying because it escalates so quickly. Pilots have only a few seconds to respond. Either lift off immediately if power and control are available, or shut down the rotor system if not.
Let's unpack the physics for a moment. How can something as small as uneven landing gear compression cause such destruction?
Think of it like pushing someone on a swing. If your timing matches the swing's motion, the swing goes higher and higher. Ground resonance works the same way, except the helicopter's airframe and rotor blades are pushing each other through mechanical energy. Every vibration feeds into the next, until the oscillations exceed structural limits. The blades can start lead-lagging out of sync, causing massive stress on the rotor hub, gearbox, and fuselage. In worst cases, blades can shear off entirely.
And all of this happens on the ground, not in flight.
Correct. It's primarily a ground phenomenon. Once airborne, the rotor blades are free from that rigid contact with the ground, breaking the feedback loop.
Let's talk about history. Are there notable accidents where ground resonance played a major role?
Absolutely. One of the most studied cases involved a Sikorsky S-62 in the 1960s. The helicopter was taxiing when the oscillation started, and within 8 seconds, it was destroyed. In another case involving a Mi-8 HIP, uneven ground and low rotor RPM triggered resonance that broke the landing gear and collapsed the fuselage. Even modern helicopters, like the Bell 412 and Eurocopter AS332 Super Puma, have had incidents, though newer designs and maintenance checks make them less common today.
So this isn't a relic of the past. It's still a modern concern.
Exactly. Ground resonance can occur anytime there's improper damping, worn shock absorbers, or loose drag dampers. Even something as minor as uneven tire pressure can contribute.
So what can be done to prevent or counteract it?
There are 2 sides, engineering and pilot response. On the engineering side, modern helicopters are equipped with hydraulic dampers and shock absorbers tuned to reduce vibration. Regular maintenance is critical. Technicians must inspect the rotor head, dampers, and landing gear for wear. From a pilot's perspective, the key is immediate reaction. If the vibrations start, the best action, if the helicopter is still under power, is to lift off immediately. Getting airborne breaks the resonance loop. If power is already low or the rotor RPM is decaying, shutting down is the only option.
So in many cases, it's a split-second decision between destruction and survival.
Exactly. The difference between lifting off or collapsing can be less than 5 seconds.
Looking ahead, are there technologies or design changes that could make ground resonance a thing of the past?
Research is ongoing. Manufacturers are integrating active vibration control systems, similar to noise-canceling technology, that detect and counter oscillations in real time. There's also a move toward composite materials that can better absorb and distribute stress. Still, mechanical systems can fail, so training, awareness, and preventive maintenance remain our strongest defense.
A deadly vibration, a race against time, and a reminder that in aviation, even the smallest imbalance can have catastrophic results. Captain Najeri, thank you for breaking down the science and the stakes behind ground resonance.
Always a pleasure, Eric. Safety begins with understanding.
And that's our deep dive for today. If you found this enlightening, hit subscribe, share the episode, and join us next time on News and Books, where we uncover the stories shaping aviation, one topic at a time.